PA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Raiders offense taking the field, and it is the first overall pick out of Indiana who brings him onto the field, Fernando Mendoza.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night. And by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week one. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
Second and 15. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw, here's Willis. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Miami.
Here's Willis. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Will Dissly from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Chad Ryland now to end the PAT. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Dolphins 7.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Off play action. Mendoza. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Mendoza throwing on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On 1st down, it's Genty.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Mendoza.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Ashton Genty,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right.
Five-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
At the 28-yard line.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Willis to throw.
He's looking deep for Bell.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Dorsett. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trench. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
It's a gain of 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Willis looking to throw it. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Achane.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 27.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Now Willis to throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton,
73 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Willis will look to throw it.
And the Raiders have got him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. First punt, and this is a good kick as well. Dorsett on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
And This will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
They go play action with Willis.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10. Willis. Open man is Atwell, complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Willis looks to pass it here. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now Willis. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not his best. Right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here.
Good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Willis looking to throw it. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, here's Willis.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Genty.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Las Vegas 1st down.
Genty is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A gain of 7 yards.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Stop. 1st down.
Let's go. Gotta be simple.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Call it a gain of a yard. And it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
In motion, the tight end.
Here's Willis. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Tolbert hauls in the out route.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
In motion, there goes Bell. Willis, got to have this one. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Taken down back at the 42.
Back to throw, Willis.
That's complete. It's Bell. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Dolphins.
In motion goes the tight end. Completes it to Coleman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
Back to throw, Willis. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Dolphins 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the give, Genty.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
A 49-yard attempt.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And Gay knocks this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense this time. Taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphins.
Now Willis to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Past the 50. Past the 50.
From the gun, here's Willis.
Short throw to Disley. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
A gain of 19 yards.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. Here's Bell on the comeback route.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
First down, Dolphins.
And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike.
Okay, quick.
One final try for Willis.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, CD, always a little extra exciting.